What's good, y'all? Welcome back to The Craft. I'm Oddity. This is a podcast where we talk about hip-hop, my experiences, my advice, and any suggestions that I've come across that I can share with you guys.
Some just do it for the cash, others do it for the passion. Is you working on your craft? Is you really about that action? The Craft. Welcome.
This episode is talking about why you should not perform with your entire song in the background during a performance. There is a huge divide in this topic, and I've seen it not only in person but on social media about why it is a big deal and why it isn't a big deal to perform with your full song playing in the background. And I'm gonna go to the side of why you shouldn't. I understand why people do. We're not going to talk about why people do. I'm going to talk about why you shouldn't and why it makes for a better overall performance when you don't use your entire song in the background. I have never used my entire song in the background just because I've always been someone who takes pride in making sure that I know my entire lyrics and I'm able to perform them to the same level as the recording, or if not, better live. I've seen quite a bit of artists at the local level, and you'll see different variations, and it's not to knock one or the other. This is just my advice. When you perform with your full song in the background, there's only so much space and frequency in the speakers, and if you have a beat or an instrumental as well that is dynamic and there's a lot of different range of sounds, when you have your vocals fully present, ad-libs, main vocal, all your layers, and then you're trying to rap or sing on top of that, it's really muddy and cloudy. And if you are not like 100% precise when you're rapping over your verses, like if you don't rap exactly with the same timing that your verses, you're gonna hear that and it's gonna sound very unprofessional. And if you are performing, a lot of times people will be turned off by that because naturally ears are gonna try to hear as much and absorb as much information as they can. So when you eliminate the main vocals from your performance, and you can have something called a performance track, which is where you've had the studio engineer take out your main vocals or whatever layers that you can do live. Let's say you have also a singer as well, like you have who can do the layers underneath you that you had. Like if you're rapping melodically and you want someone to do those layers, you can have somebody do them live. But you can also keep your layers on if you did multiple layers and just take the main vocal out. And what that does is it frees up that space within the speakers for people to be able to hear what you're actually saying instead of trying to compete with your actual recording, which just creates a lot more noise that's indistinguishable sometimes. I often notice those who do have their full songs behind them are yelling, trying to out-yell the song. Like, bruh, why are you competing with yourself in a performance? Why are you competing with your own recording? You recorded it for it to be heard and streamed in any other capacity, but why are you trying to compete with your own vocal? Just take the main vocal off, learn the damn song, and it will sound so much better. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I'm not going to knock anybody that does it, but I would just say if you are an artist who is looking to up your performance and how do you get better as a performer, take your main vocals out of your entire performance track. And if you want to keep those layers in to enhance it, if you have layers, that makes sense. I do that. Just own your craft and learn your songs and stop competing with yourself. So I hope this was helpful. Don't think I'm knocking the artists who do it, because I understand some people are nervous and don't feel comfortable. My advice would be you can do that at home and practice at home over your song, but first impression is everything. If you want to be taken serious as an artist, don't come to open mics and don't come to lineups and shows performing over your song. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm Oddity. This is The Craft. Please hit subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button, trigger that algorithm. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this, and please share the video. It's really helpful, and I'm just trying to spread knowledge. I'm trying to share my experiences. So no gimmicks, no bullshit, none of that. So thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.